league, so we should be wrapping it up over the next couple episodes. But first, I want to show you guys some of my defensive replays as well as my defense log. A lot of you guys have been asking what's going on. You can see I've been losing a ton of trophies. I had a really bad one right here where I lost 53 trophies, and you can see how many different types of troops that people use. So let me go ahead and show you this first replay right here and show you how ridiculous it gets. So as you guys know, I only have that level 1 cannon. You're required to build it in the very beginning. This guy started dropping a lot of archers and kept dropping them and kept dropping them. And then right when the clan castle goes down, he's keep dropping archers. And then after he drops those archers, he decides those aren't enough, and he's going to have to follow it up with some hogs. And because the hogs took so much damage, he's dropping a heal spell, and he's going to follow it up with a rage spell. So I would tell you guys I'm surprised, but honestly, I see these type of raids all the time on this account. It's pretty crazy what type of armies people use against it. Personally, I might just use like a king or a queen, but a lot of people seem to drop P.E.K.K.A.s, they drop dragons, witches, they drop everything on this base even though it's just a cannon. And you do have to drop more than one troop just because you'll run out of time if you only drop like 5 barbarians or something like that. But the type of stuff that people use gets pretty ridiculous. So this guy right here, he decided to be a little more conservative. He didn't bring any spells. He's just going to drop like 50 barbarians. And then since the barbarians aren't enough, you can see how much damage that cannon is doing to that one right there. He's going to follow it up with some archers to help clean up the raid. So I guess my question for you guys would be, how would you attack my base? Like I said, I would use the king and the queen, but you could do something maybe like 2 giants or 2 hog riders or something like that. Let me know how you would attack my base in the comment section below, and I'll see if I can talk about some good ones in the next video. Alright, so that's going to do it for the replays today. Again, you shouldn't have really expected anything else. I haven't had anyone like give me free trophies yet. That would be really nice. But let's go ahead and attack some bases and see if we can get those trophies back. Alright, base number 1 right here. 34 trophies available for Jesse. And this looks like a pretty common base. And you can see that the walls aren't attached right there. I'm guessing there must be like a spring trap. You can see in like that little intersection right there. But I'm really not that worried about it at all. So I'm going to go ahead and bait out the king and queen. I'm going to go ahead and take these guys to the bottom. And then after I get them down here, I'm going to go ahead and drop my witches, and I think we'll be okay for luring out the troops. So I'm just going to drop a couple of barbarians, going to drop all 3 of my witches, and now that those guys are all together, it looks like my wizards have gone and attacked them and we'll be fine. So I've noticed something about wizards. So whenever I lure out the king and queen, I've been dropping the wizards, and the wizards are so dumb, they don't attack the king and the queen. Even though the king and the queen are right in front of them, like 70% of the time, the wizards have been going for army camps and barracks, even though those things are farther away than the king and the queen. I don't know why it does this. I feel like I should do a video on this. I feel like this hasn't happened in a while. By the way, please admire that beautiful rage spell right there. So at this point, things were a little bit hectic in this raid as I talk about those wizards, but I dropped a good lightning spell just because I didn't want to lure out that clan castle in the beginning. As well as I don't think that rage spell is really going to bite me because I think it looks like I dropped that first one in a really good spot. So kings in the center, archer queens in the center, that's pretty much vital when you have weak heroes like I do. And as they take a couple slaps at that town hall, I think we're going to be okay, and we're definitely going to get 1 star. So now I'm just trying to focus on getting 2 stars. By the way, you can notice that I forgot to bring my clan castle to this raid, so things definitely did not go as planned, but things might turn out all right. I'm at 44%. I've got some wizards right there doing a good job. I still have those golems right there. And looking at where I can drop these 4 archers, I tried to drop them in places to where they wouldn't get shot down. So I have 1 on that dark elixir drill right there. But I think actually these wizards right here are doing an awesome job, and they're going to be able to get me that 50%. So I didn't even have to worry about those archers. Looks like the wizards actually salvaged themselves after I made fun of them in the beginning. And we're going to end up getting 23 trophies, and that was a perfect raid. So even though I had a failed rage spell, even though I didn't even bring any clan castle troops, we still managed to steal a ton of trophies from that base, so I'm really happy about that. And let's see if we can get 2 stars on this guy and make the same thing happen. Alright, so we're attacking someone from the sploogies, and I think I want to attack from the bottom because there's that clan castle there. Maybe I could, or actually, yeah, I could attack from the top. Yeah, I might go ahead and attack from the top. So let's go ahead and attack from here. I'm going to bait some stuff out. I'm just going to go ahead and drop my barbarians, just going to slowly bring those guys up there. Generally, I like to drop the barbarians before the archers because they take 2 cannon shots, whereas the archers only take 1 cannon shot. And now that I have this archer queen out here, I'm just going to follow up some more barbarians and then finally drop my witches. So you can see there was a giant bomb there. And for a second, I got worried that the archer queen would start shooting down my wizards and my witches, but luckily that didn't happen. And now I'm just going to go on with my raid and hopefully things will turn out well. So I went ahead and dropped my golems. I'm dropping one on the very far left, one on the very far right, and then finally one on the very top. And it looks like I spaced them out pretty well. So I'm going to go ahead and drop that rage spell for my wall breakers. And now it's just an all-out assault in the center. So right now, I'd say this raid is going absolutely perfect. My heroes are in the center. My golems have been spread out. Wall breakers have been doing a great job. I already have an entry point. Looks like some of my stuff is going to the right, some of my stuff is going to the left. And yeah, so we're doing okay right now. Even though things were perfect in the beginning, not everyone went to the center, but that's all right. We still have plenty of troops right there. Looks like my archer queen is on the edge of that rage spell, so she'll be able to shoot that town hall down. And now we're just focused on getting that 50%. So we're at 49% right now. Looks like we have plenty of troops. Not even going to have to drop these barbarians or these archers right here that I have left. And after my queen shoots down that storage or that archer tower goes down, we'll be good to go. All right, so 50%, going to surrender right away so I can maintain my queen's health. And in total, we're going to get another 16 trophies and another pretty good raid. So that raid pretty much went as well as I thought I could do. Even though it wasn't perfect, even though it wasn't so clean, I didn't have all my troops in the center. Not everyone started attacking the town hall. My king went left, my archer queen went right, some of the wizards went side to side. That was pretty much as good as I can do it, and I was really happy with that one. So raid number 3, we're attacking Peter the dog. And Clan Castle is pretty exposed, so I can drop my barbarians to get those guys out. I don't know how, but this guy has been donated. Is that a level 1 balloon? That might be a level 1 balloon. That might be level 1 wizards. This guy might have to try to join a different clan, but I'm going to drop a lightning spell. That should take care of most of those guys. And now I just want to decide where I want to attack the base. So I decided to attack from the top. I thought it would be pretty easy. There's only an Inferno Tower right there that I should be able to deal with, and it looks like the other Inferno Tower is pretty far away. So I'm going to bait out the troops, get the king and the queen up here, follow up with some wizards, and hopefully this thing goes as planned. So you can see I'm dropping my wizards, or witches, sorry, and I dropped my wizards. Looks like my wizards, they haven't done what I've been talking about, but normally they've just been running. They would have attacked that builder's hut instead of attacking that barbarian king, which has been making me lose like 3 or 4 wizards before my raid started. But things are working well right now, and let's go ahead and get on with the strategy. Dropping golem number 1 on the left, dropping golem number 2 on the right. Gonna follow up with the clan castle on the right hand side and the wizards on the left hand side. Usually how I do it is I have a clan castle full of wizards, as well as I have about 10 to 12 wizards inside of my army camps. So I'll drop my 3 golems, and the golem on the right, I'm gonna have my clan castle troops maybe, and then the golem on the top, I'll have those witches and the wizards from the lure, and then finally the golem on the left, I'll use the wizards for my army camps. So you just want to make sure you spread out your wizards evenly. You don't want to use too many in one space in case you run into a giant bomb, in case that side just doesn't work out that well. You want to make sure you have your wizards spread out, and good things will happen in your raid. So overall, we're at 49%, went ahead and got that 50, gonna surrender right away, another 18 trophies, and I gotta say, raiding is really good today. I've been really happy with those raids, besides that one where I forgot the clan castle, and I dropped that rage spell in the wrong place, but things have been going really well right now. Even though my heroes aren't really an optimal level, I've been able to take care of these bases, so let's go ahead and keep pushing and see if we can get some more trophies today. Alright, so this one right here, again, this is actually, yeah, I think I used to use this base actually, and this base is really susceptible to go wee-wee, because you can see whenever you attack from like the bottom, there's only 3 compartments, so all I'm going to do is drop 1 barbarian and 2 wall breakers to destroy those, and then after I destroy these 3 compartments, I can just rush through the center, and then once I get straight through the center, I'll be able to take care of the town hall, no problem. So I had a little failure there with those wall breakers. Hopefully it doesn't bite me in the end. I'm going to drop my golems. Looks like this guy didn't have his king or his queen up, and his clan castle is a little bit far away. I don't think there's anything in his clan castle. And now I'm just going to start dropping my troops, and once again, I'm going to go straight through the center. So I'm dropping my witches, I'm dropping my wizards, my barbarian king. Going to drop my archer queen right now. And now I'm dropping the rest of my wall breakers, and I do have a rage spell already down, so they go towards the middle. All right, so it looks like we've taken care of all 3 of those compartments. And I'm going to drop that first free spell to protect some of my wizards. Going to drop that second free spell because some of my troops got a little bit too close. And it looks like my Archer Queen's actually going to be the one to do the work on the Town Hall. The King is out to the left, and you know what? That's okay. That's going to help me get 50% on the base. I just have to make sure that my Queen shoots down that Town Hall, and I make sure I get 2 stars on this raid. So I drop my Rage spell on the Queen. I'm going to go ahead and activate her ability so she doesn't get shot down by that Expo anymore. And now that that's down, I'm just going to focus on my Barbarian King, and let's see if he can get 50% on this base. So I actually have way less troops alive than I thought. I only have that wizard right there near my Barbarian King, and I think I have a golem. I do have 8 barbarians and 3 archers in my army camps, but it turns out I guess my Barbarian King was enough, and I went ahead and surrendered after that. All right, so another 2 stars, another 18 trophies. Looking pretty good right now. Let's go ahead and head back to base and see where we're at. So we're at 2,939 trophies. That means we are less than 300 away from the Champions League. Things are looking pretty good. In fact, I'm feeling pretty motivated with this account. I feel like I might post a new episode in the next 2 days. I'm trying to wrap this up pretty soon. And by the way, guys, if you don't follow me on Twitter and Instagram, I posted a picture of my PC. My PC has finally arrived, and that's going to let me live stream and do a bunch of other cool stuff. So I'll get you more details on that ASAP, but that's going to wrap it up for this video, and I will see you guys later. Peace out.